Welcome to Sports Lagniappe. I'm John Burke. Thanks for joining us here today, once again, from Ruffino's Italian Restaurant on Highland Road in Baton Rouge. Well, if you're looking for something a little extra on Sports Lagniappe today, you're certainly going to get it. With nicknames like the Big Shactus and the Big Aristotle, Shaquille O'Neal is one of the most famous and colorful players in both NBA and LSU basketball history. Our Derek Panamsky had a chance to catch up with Shaquille O'Neal at his charity golf tournament recently at Carter Plantation.
You're not just kind of a recognizable person, you're one of the most recognizable people on planet Earth. It's ridiculous to think back, you know, when you were a freshman at LSU. Now you're an international commodity. You've basically known everywhere you go. What's it like being you, walking around, just kind of being Shaquille O'Neal?
I mean, I'm a very humble guy, nice guy. I like to make people smile. I like to make people remember me. As a youngster, I realized I had a different name. Kind of hated my name. But then my father explained to me, he said, I know what I'm doing. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Ricky Blanton, Tommy Hotson. He said, your name one day, if you follow the plan, if you do things right, people will love and remember this name. And that was his message, just make people remember your name. And you know, whether it's by sports, whether it's by going to the hospital, visiting a sick kid, making them smile, whether it's by helping an old lady across the street, whether it's by being in law enforcement, whether it's by graduating college, getting 3 degrees, just make them remember your name. And that's always been my motto.
Well, there's another part to your name now. You're now Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal after getting inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. What was it like for you to be inducted into the, you know, because you're not a native Louisianian, but someone very identifiable here.
Yeah, that was an honor, you know, because before I came, there's been a lot of great athletes. I used to like watching Ricky Blanton play. Guy played with a lot of energy and a lot of heart, and he wasn't scared of anyone. Chris Jackson. I seen all Pistol Pete's tapes, so for me to be in, you know, class with those guys, I mean, it's an honor. I developed my little character here. This is where I developed Shaq. You know, in high school, I was a shy kid. I had dreams and aspirations, and even after the first year, I was doing pretty good. Still wasn't confident enough to think I could make it at the next level. Then I met Dick Vitale, and I heard Dick Vitale say on TV that Shaquille O'Neal will be the first pick if he decides to come out. After I heard him say that, that's when I start believing it. So that's when I really start honing in on the Shaq character.
What's it like for you to be a part of the Louisiana culture?
I mean, it's fun. You know, this is where I made my name at, and you know, come here every year for the first football game, and you know, see a lot of old friends, a lot of old classmates, a lot of old businessmen. It's just fun. You know, we do the charity golf thing here in Springfield, Louisiana. I think this is the 10th year straight. Raise a lot of money for certain causes. I visit the children at the hospital. I go to the tailgate parties. I hit the old clubs. I go to TJ's. I go to Geno's. I go to Lafayette. So I love Louisiana.
Family's something that's very important to you. It's something that it doesn't seem forced when you go out and visit with people. When you get a chance to go into visit with some of these children in a hospital, what's that like for you?
You know, it's an honor for a child to say, I want to meet Shaq. It's an honor. I mean, you know, a kid from small part of Louisiana says, I want to meet Shaq. So if I'm in town, I just want to try to give them joy. You know, because I do a lot for Make-A-Wish Foundation, and unfortunately, over 90% of those children don't make it after like 3 to 4 weeks after I meet them. So I just try to put a smile on their face, and you know, just try to give them some hope. When
you look at those kids, you get something out of that too, don't you?
Yeah, I see myself inside of them. You know, every kid has dreams. I mean, when I was a youngster watching Dr. J play, I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be like Magic. I want to be like Kareem. So I know every child that sees a Kobe or a LeBron or a D-Wade or myself, they say they want to be like us. So when they get to meet us, I know it's probably a super joy for them.
Well, when you go into the PMAC and you see your jersey up on the rafters, that's kind of another one of those immortality deals, right?
It is. It's a great place to play. And going to the PMAC, I was forced to play good every night because I would look over across from the bench. It was these group of guys. I wish I knew their name. I wish I still knew how to keep in contact. If you guys see this, contact these guys, give me information. They call themselves the Shack Pack. And those guys believed in me more than I believed myself. It was like 20 of them. And they all had Shack things. They would just sit there and they would cheer me on. I make a terrible move, they'd be like, come on. So I had to play good for them because they really believed in me. And then by trying to impress them, the other 18,000 would just join in.
How important is the fans to you as an athlete?
Very important. You know, in this rough economy that we live in now, tickets cost a lot of money. So, you know, if a dad who's barely trying to make ends meet wants to take his son or daughter to a game, it's my job to give him a good show. I want to be like, oh my God, that was the best game ever, we're coming back. You got to give them a good show. And people paying their hard-earned money to come see me play, I'm putting on the show. Whether that's dunking, looking mean, jumping in the crowd, talking to the fans, throwing popcorn around, just give them a show, because tickets are a lot.
What's your favorite memory of Tiger Stadium?
My favorite moment of Tiger Stadium would be any Todd Kinchin highlight running the back. Me and Todd were good friends, and you look at him, he was a scrawny, skinny kid, but he's very tough, and he would run it back. Every now and then, you know, be one of those games where, and then he just take it back from 90, 80 yards. And I'm giving you a prediction now. Odell Beckham Jr. for Heisman. You heard it here first, Dr. O'Neill.
Dr. O'Neill with his Heisman prediction. Thanks for your time, bud.
Thank you, buddy.
Let First Choice entertain you. Get a 42-inch flat screen HD TV, audio bar, and Blu-ray player with Wi-Fi for just $19.99 a week. Plus, get a $6 Redbox gift card as long as you rent. Come to any First Choice location for details or go to firstchoicerto.com.
Tell me about it. The kids need braces, I need a root canal, and Dad's old dentures are broken. That means 3 dental appointments all across town. Bobby Abear?
Mom, you need to call Louisiana Dental Center. They see kids and adults and have specialists at every location. They even have Friday and Saturday appointments.
That's great. I'll call him now. But who's gonna do the dishes?
Yeah, I know, me and my big mouth.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Louisiana Dental Center, the preferred dental office of the New Orleans Saints and the LSU Tigers. Your dental home team.
For 20 years, First Choice has made your life better with our great selection of brand name furniture, electronics, and appliances at flexible payment plans to meet any budget. And at First Choice, there are no credit checks, no one's refused. Come into any First Choice location or shop online at firstchoicerto.com.
When you talk about great sports duos through history, you think of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin, Gordy Rush and Charles Hannegriff. Jessica Pomeroy catches up with the hosts of the Tiger Zone.
Every Wednesday night, you hear 2 familiar voices live on Eagle 98.1. But what makes this duo special is what they're celebrating this season. Gordy Rush has returned to his seat next to longtime friend and co-host Charles Hannegriff. This season makes 12 years the duo has been working together, but they actually go back further than that.
Well, Gordy and I have known each other for about 20 years, but we started working together about 12 years ago when I came to Guarantee Broadcasting, which owns the flagship rights to LSU on Eagle 98.1, and we started working game day together.
Now, when they first started working together, things were a little bit different. Both men were bachelors and have added a few people to their lives since then.
Well, we've always had a great relationship, so I think I got married first, and I've had 3 children. Where Charles and Tracy, his wife, haven't had any children. So it was a 180 lifestyle for me. So I was living the bachelor life until I was 37. And then I go to, having no responsibility to being married and having 3 children.
Speaking of lifestyle change, the duo has only 1 late night out a week. And yes, it's for work. They bring you Tiger Zone live from LaBerge Casino every Wednesday night.
So one night I get crazy and stay up till 10 o'clock here at the casino, and then I stop at PJ's Coffee and get some ice cream on the way out. So I'm really, born and raised in New Orleans, I'm really pushing my limits right now.
I did hear about this gelato that you go and get, but
Yes, it is true. It's either chocolate or vanilla, and I'm busted.
just like the gelato stop, traditions are developed over time. And you can tell this Tiger Zone tradition is glad to be back together. Jessica Pomeroy, Sports Lagniappe.
For 20 years, First Choice has made your life better with our great selection of brand name furniture, electronics, and appliances at flexible payment plans to meet any budget. And at First Choice, there are no credit checks and no one's refused. Come into any First Choice location or shop online at firstchoicerto.com.
Toothache.
Gingivitis.
Plaque.
Cavity.
Tartar.
Tooth decay?
Gum disease.
Abscess tooth.
What's that?
A filling, not a crown.
A bridge?
You mean I need a root canal?
Come on, man.
The only thing worse than hearing those words is hearing that your dentist can't see you today. Call Louisiana Dental Center, home of the same-day appointment.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Louisiana Dental Center, the preferred dental office of the New Orleans Saints and the LSU Tigers. Your dental home team.
Let First Choice entertain you. Get a 42-inch flat screen HD TV, audio bar, and Blu-ray player with Wi-Fi for just $19.99 a week. Plus, get a $6 Redbox gift card as long as you rent. Come to any First Choice location for details or go to firstchoicerto.com.
The New Orleans Saints meet up with the Miami Dolphins this week on Monday Night Football. If you're looking for the perfect pregame dish, Mahi Mahi is dolphin friendly and is also the perfect dish to take on Miami.
Welcome back to Rufino's for our tailgate segment, again with Chef Gino Sclafani. Chef Gino Sclafani is going to work a little bit of a little fish dish here this weekend, obviously with the Saints and the Dolphins. It's an appropriate time to work with a little bit of fish.
Yes, it is. Actually, we're doing mahi mahi, which is also known as bullhead dolphin.
There you go. A little dolphin, Saints dolphin. Cook a little dolphin.
Right. I'm going to start with a little bit of olive oil. Well, if it comes out the bottle, I will. All right. I'm going to use our Creole seasoning on both sides.
Just a little light dusting.
Just a little light dusting. Let me go ahead and put that in there. And I'll just tell you, a lot of times when people hear, you cooking dolphin, it's not flipper. You know, it's a different looking fish, but it's a bullhead. Its technical name is bullhead dolphin. So.
And on menus across the state, you'll see mahi.
Mahi mahi, correct. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a Sicilian sauce. I'm going to start with some extra virgin olive oil, some diced red onion, some fresh chopped garlic. You can use cherry. We have cherry tomatoes. You can use grape tomatoes. If you don't want to use these, you can dice up, regular tomatoes. But I find cherry tomatoes works perfect. Now what I do is I have pitted and I have sliced black olives. Again, these are pimento stuffed olives, and I have those cut up. I have a little bit of anchovies, a little Italian leaf parsley. I have some chiffonade cut fresh basil, some dried oregano, some capers, and then we're going to use some 25-year-old aged balsamic vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you like, but that's what we like to use here at Rufino's. Let's go ahead and give this a good stir. You can let this marinate if you want. You can actually make it a day ahead, but I would tell you I'd make it about 2 hours ahead, and then just let it marinate.
And just kind of work on the flavors in there, right?
Correct. And that Creole seasoning, not only does it give it flavor, but it gives it a beautiful color too. Because presentation's half the battle.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly, you talk about that when you do put it on the plate, it's got to be appetizing to the eye before it could be appetizing to anything else you eat, right?
Correct. Correct. So you're going to want to let that cook for about, I'd say about 5 minutes per side, because it's a thick fish, and mahi-mahi is not one of the fish I usually eat very rare. I usually cook that about medium to medium well. And but once that's cooked, we'll go ahead and put that on a plate.
And
there you go.
That's your mahi-mahi, or your dolphin.
That's right.
Your Sicilian sauce.
It's a delicious tasting victory.
Tell me about it. The kids need braces, I need a root canal, and Dad's old dentures are broken. That means 3 dental appointments all across town. Bobby Bear?
Mom, you need to call Louisiana Dental Center. They see kids and adults and have specialists at every location. They even have Friday and Saturday appointments.
That's great. I'll call him now. But who's going to do the dishes?
Yeah, I know, me and my big mouth.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
For 20 years, First Choice has made your life better with our great selection of brand name furniture, electronics, and appliances at flexible payment plans to meet any budget. And at First Choice, there are no credit checks, no one's refused. Come into any First Choice location or shop online at firstchoicerto.com.
Louisiana Dental Center, the preferred dental office of the New Orleans Saints and the LSU Tigers. Your dental home team.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Craig Lawson was one of the few juniors on LSU's defense last year who did not enter the NFL draft. He's one of the leaders of the defense this season. We had a chance to catch up with Craig.
All right, we are here with Craig Lawson, asking him some of our top 5 questions that we want to know about him. Who was your favorite player?
At LSU or in football period?
Football period.
I like Ed Reed. And he would be a safety, but I like Ed Reed as a defensive safety. He does a great job of roaming the field and making plays back there.
And what about, are you a gamer? Do you play games? And if so, which games are you playing?
I like NCAA and here and now, I play people like Jalen Mills and Ego Ferguson on NBA 2K, and they beat me. I'm not a good basketball player, but at NCAA college football, I can hold my own.
And what kind of music are you listening to get you hyped before practices and before games?
Before practice, I don't really listen to music, but during the games, I'm different from everybody else. They like to listen to, hype music, and I'm pretty much an old school guy. I listen to old school music to get me going.
So what's your favorite old school song of all time?
Jeff Floyd, I Found Love on a Lonely Highway.
Okay, what about your favorite movie?
I have a couple. One of them is Say the Last Dance, and that's a nice movie. That's the one I can go with for right now.
So you're more of a romantic kind of guy, huh?
Not romantic, but I believe in traditional ways.
That's great. Okay, and talk to me about the first time ever running through Tiger Stadium, through the tunnel into the stadium. What was it like?
I don't know if I can remember back that far, but it's great, playing over there in front of all those guys, and you just hear them screaming and things like that, and that's something I look forward to week in and week out. Whenever we do play at home, it's for the crowd, to go crazy, and that's a moment I cherish.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
For 20 years, First Choice has made your life better with our great selection of brand name furniture, electronics, and appliances at flexible payment plans to meet any budget. And at First Choice, there are no credit checks, no one's refused. Come into any First Choice location or shop online at firstchoicerto.com.
Tell me about it. The kids need braces, I need a root canal, and Dad's old dentures are broken. That means 3 dental appointments all across town. Bobby Abear?
Mom, you need to call Louisiana Dental Center. They see kids and adults and have specialists at every location. They even have Friday and Saturday appointments.
That's great. I'll call him now. But who's gonna do the dishes?
Yeah, I know, me and my big mouth.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Toothache.
Gingivitis.
Plaque. Cavity. Tartar. Tooth decay.
Gum disease.
Abscess tooth?
What's that?
A filling, not a crown.
A bridge?
You mean I need a root canal?
Come on, man.
The only thing worse than hearing those words is hearing that your dentist can't see you today. Call Louisiana Dental Center, home of the same-day appointment.
For 20 years, First Choice has made your life better with our great selection of brand name furniture, electronics, and appliances at flexible payment plans to meet any budget. And at First Choice, there are no credit checks and no one's refused. Come into any First Choice location or shop online at firstchoicerto.com.
Les East is a respected South Louisiana sports journalist. He joins us and chimes in with our 5 media questions.
All right, we are here with Les East from The Advocate, and we're going to ask you some of our top media questions that we want to know from you. Okay. Talk about the best game you ever covered.
Well, I guess it'd be Super Bowl 44. The Saints winning the Super Bowl. I mean, just being there with the Saints going to the Super Bowl for the first time was remarkable enough, and then for them to win and win in such an exciting game, that was pretty memorable.
What about the best player ever covered?
Best player I ever covered, Drew Brees. It's kind of hard to top him.
Right, of course. Favorite venue to cover games? Where do you like to go?
It's hard to beat Tiger Stadium. The atmosphere, especially if it's a big SEC game. So I haven't been in one better than that.
Favorite season to cover? Not necessarily year, but like within baseball, basketball, football. Favorite season to cover?
I like football, but I'm also a baseball guy. There's something unique about baseball, the game itself and the way a season unfolds with that many games. So I'd have to say baseball.
And what about your favorite player growing up as a kid?
Pete Maravich, who's not only at LSU but also with the New Orleans Jazz.
So some great LSU and Saints memories, huh?
Absolutely. Growing up in New Orleans, a lot of New Orleans memories as well as Baton Rouge.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Let First Choice entertain you. Get a 42-inch flat screen HD TV, audio bar, and Blu-ray player with Wi-Fi for just $19.99 a week. Plus, get a $6 Redbox gift card as long as you rent. Come to any First Choice location for details or go to firstchoicerto.com.
Louisiana Dental Center, the preferred dental office of the New Orleans Saints and the LSU Tigers. Your dental home team.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Hi, I'm John Burke. Join Derek Panamsky, Jessica Pomeroy, and myself for Sports Lagniappe every Sunday at 10:30 right here on WGMB Fox 44.
Tell me about it. The kids need braces, I need a root canal, and Dad's old dentures are broken. That means 3 dental appointments all across town. Bobby Abear?
Mom, you need to call Louisiana Dental Center. They see kids and adults and have specialists at every location. They even have Friday and Saturday appointments.
That's great. I'll call him now. But who's gonna do the dishes?
Yeah, I know, me and my big mouth.
The best tires on the road from brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and more. 6 months no interest, free oil changes, and the cleanest stores in the industry. All this at 4 convenient locations. We are Skid Marks Tires and Auto Service. Leave your mark.
Junior Jarvis Landry from Lutcher, Louisiana has become an integral part of this year's LSU offense. We had a chance to catch up with the guy they call Juice.
We're here with Jarvis Landry. We're going to ask him a few of our favorite questions that we want to know. First off, who was your favorite football player that you watched growing up and still to this day?
It's a toss-up between Jerry Rice and Andre Johnson, but I go old school. I go Jerry right here. I definitely go Jerry Rice.
And are you a gamer? And if so, what games are you playing nowadays?
Well, I absolutely can't beat anybody in NCAA 14, so I had to say 2K. 2K. I've been pretty successful playing 2K.
What kind of music are you listening to get you hyped before games and before practices?
I'm very diverse when it comes to music. You know, I think I surprise a lot of people when I say I listen to country, but, you know, it's just one of those things for me that, you know, I believe that anything that just kind of sets me free, you know, when in the heat of any moment, you know, it's the music that I need to be listening to. So anything, really.
What's your go-to song right now?
My go-to song is Some Type of Way by Quan. By a guy named Quan, and it's a song that's very popular right now, and I think that, you know, it's definitely trending through the team.
I'm gonna have to listen to that one. What about your favorite movie?
I go to The Dictator. The Dictator. It's one of my favorite movies. It's funny. I know it's kind of making fun of you know, another country, but it's just, you know, just the humor in it. I think that's what I love about it.
And talk to me about the first time ever running through the tunnel at Tiger Stadium. What was that like?
It's different. You know, I think that running out in front of 95 and 97, you know, every weekend it's a different feeling. I think that as a kid, you know, you dream about what it's gonna feel like, and to me, every time I run through the tunnel, it's still like my first time.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm John Burke. Join Derek Panamsky, Jessica Pomeroy, and myself for Sports Lagniappe every Sunday at 10:30 right here on WGMB Fox 44.